Talk a little more then about our main story. The Prime Minister's defence in the House of Commons of aspects of his tax affairs following the Panama Papers scandal. Now, Mr Cameron also announced that some British overseas territories and Crown dependencies, often seen as tax havens, would now share information with the British authorities. He said territories apart from Guernsey and Anguilla had agreed to provide UK law and tax agencies with full access to information on the beneficial ownership of companies. So we're going to talk now to someone who knows lots about this because he's Jersey's Minister of Financial Services, Senator Philip Ouzef. Senator Ouzef, thanks very much for coming in to talk to us. It's good to see you. What was your response to the Prime Minister's statement today?
Well, I think it's an extremely important announcement. Jersey welcomes the agreement that the Prime Minister has now secured from virtually all the overseas territories and Crown dependencies of effectively the creation of a central register of beneficial ownership that will be available to law enforcement agencies. And actually this is something that we have been having in Jersey already since 1989. So we very much welcome this announcement. This is a new standard and it will certainly help in the fight against international crime, financial crime, money laundering, tax evasion. We've got automatic exchange of tax information and now we have access to the true ownership of companies.
So just to be specific about Jersey, how does today's arrangement then differ? Does it make any practical difference to what you've been doing for the last few years?
Well, what it does do is it's going to put in place effectively faster arrangement and a common standard. So we committed in 2013 when the Prime Minister held the G8 summit in Lough Erne that we would be continuing to improve, as we've done since 1989, the arrangement of our register. We will be now committing to providing faster information exchange to the United Kingdom and other law enforcement agencies. For example, just literally within a few hours of a request, there'll be a commitment to turn around that request. So that helps law enforcement agencies that are dealing with these important issues of tax evasion and financial crime in the important work that they do.
Do you think that the image of places like Jersey has taken a bit of a blow in recent days because of these Panama Papers?
Well, I think what we said in 2013 is that this was an opportunity to explain what we do and what we don't do. Jersey's not a tax haven. We are transparent and we are part of the British family of territories that have very high standards. And I think there is a very clear differentiation between those territories that have not accepted what is now increasingly important global standards and those that do. And Jersey's been at the vanguard of a lot of these setting of the standards. We, in fact, I think we're the first jurisdiction in the world to have a beneficial ownership register.
When you say you're not a tax haven, if I asked you the question in a different way, I'd say, why would people then consider that there are tax advantages from investing in Jersey? What would you say?
Well, there is an important world. The world has moved into a globalised increasingly global world. And centres like Jersey provide important services to effectively this globalised world. And we have arrangements to tax. We tax banks at 10% in Jersey, which is a competitive rate. And so we cannot be described as being a tax haven. A tax haven is somebody that does not share their tax information. We have automatic exchange of information on people around the world. We signed that with the Chancellor in Berlin 2 years ago. We've had a beneficial ownership register. We've been calling for this new international standard. And I think it is to be welcomed that the Prime Minister has now secured agreement across the British family of territories to apply these standards. And this is effectively a powerful message in advance of the anti-corruption conference that will be held in London in May.
Can you help us at all with the fact that he singled out Guernsey and Anguilla as not being, so far anyway, part of this? Well, what's that about?
I can't comment on Anguilla, but I do know that Guernsey is involved in having a general election at the moment, so effectively they're in purdah. But I'm sure that the high standards that have applied in Jersey, we in Jersey and the other Crown dependencies, not only we go slightly further than some other jurisdictions, we verify, we vet actually the information that is on that central registry. Guernsey already collect the information, and what they're going to be asked to do to commit is to actually put it in a central database so that it's accessible under these new arrangements by law enforcement agencies. The Isle of Man too has committed to these same standards. So as far as the Crown dependencies are concerned, this is a clear statement that we are not tax havens, that we are in fact important players in this globalised world that apply high standards, and that boosts trade and that means that there's jobs and growth and a significant amount of investment in infrastructure that otherwise wouldn't happen.
Philip Ozef, it's good of you to come in. Thank you very much. Senator Ozef there, who's the Minister of Financial Affairs in Jersey.